Welcome to all of you student in the third part of the structural fundamental unit of the life. In the second part, we were study about the cell wall, nucleus, cytoplasm, endoplasmic reticulum, its type like smooth endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulums, and all of its function. Now come to the next cell organelle, which is Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus, first described by the Camillo Golgi, consists of a system of membrane-bound vesicles arranged approximately parallel to each other in stakes, and these stakes are called the cisternes. These membranes often have connection with the membrane of endoplasmic reticulum and therefore constitutes another portion of a complex cellular membrane system. This is the ultrastructure of the Golgi complex apparatus, in which you can see the secretory vesicles, Golgi sacs, etc. And student, this is the consists of a system of membrane bound fluid filled vesicles, large spherical vacuoles, and smooth flattened cisternes. These are stakes parallel to each other, and each of these stakes called a cistern. The Golgi apparatus arises from the membrane of a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Therefore, it constitutes another portion of the complex cellular membrane system. The material that is synthesized near endoplasmic reticulum is packed and dispatched to various parts of the cell through Golgi apparatus. Now, let's see the function of the Golgi apparatus. This is the list of the function. Now, come one by one. Golgi apparatus stores modified and packed products and vesicles. In vesicles, it is involved in the formation of lysosomes. Our next topic is lysosome after the Golgi apparatus. It forms complex sugar from simple sugar in some cases, and it is involved in the synthesis of cell wall and plasma membrane. So student, this is the list of the function of Golgi apparatus, and for the exam purposes this is very important question, so you can take the screenshot so that you will be write your notes. Now student, here we have the lysosome. Lysosome is a kind of waste disposal system of the cell. This is the waste disposal system of the cell. Lysosomes are membrane bound sacs that are filled with the digestive system. And children, these digestive enzymes are made by the rough endoplasmic reticulum, RER. This is made from the RER, student. And RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. And lysosomes are also called the suicidal bag. This is very popular and important question and can be asked in the examination, student. During the disburse in the cellular metabolism or when the cell gets damaged, lysosomes may burst and the enzymes can digest their own cells. They are absent in RBCs. So student, this is also asked in the examination that in which lysosomes are absent. So answer is the RBCs. So student, it will burst, and due to the digestive enzyme it will digest their own cells. So it is called the suicidal bags. This is the list of the function of the lysosomes. First one is they help to keep the cell clean by digestion any foreign materials that enters the cell as well as worn out cellular organelles. Hence students, this is called the scavengers or the cellular housekeepers. Student, this is keep the cell clean by digesting foreign materials. So it is called the scavengers. Scavengers means the person who works of cleaning, concerned to work in cleaning. So this is called the scavengers or the cellular housekeeper. Now the next one is They remove foreign material by breaking it into small pieces through its powerful digestive system. These enzymes can break down all organic materials. Student, the enzymes which present in that can break down all organic materials. Now next function of the lysosomes are during starvation. Student, when the food crisis, जब भोजन की कमी हो जाती है, when the food is very lack amount, the lysosome digest stored food contains by the autophagy and supply energy to the cell. So student, this is very important for the cell, that this is called the scavenger of the cell, and it can breaking down the foreign materials by the powerful digestive enzymes, and during starvation it will supply the energy to the cell. Student, after the lysosomes we have to study about the mitochondria. Mitochondria were first observed by the Kolliker in 1880. This is also very important, student, that this is first observed by the Kolliker in 1880. It is a double membrane bonded cell organelle. The outer membrane is very porous. In the outer membrane there has the pores in it, and the inner membrane is deeply folded into finger-like projections. You can see that finger-like projections is present in the inner membrane, and this is called the cristae. It creates larger surface area for the ATP generating chemical reactions. Student, this is the detail about the mitochondria, that it is a double layered structures, and the outer, this is the porous, and inner there are finger like projections is present, which is called the cristae. And here you can see the matrix is filled in that, and DNA molecules is here, and this is the outer molecule membrane, and this is the inner membrane. Student, this is called the powerhouse of the cell. This is called the powerhouse of the cell because it supplies the power to cell. Now let's see the function of the mitochondria. Function of the mitochondria is it is generate energy for the various activities of the cell. Student, this is called the next line is, you can see that this is known as the powerhouse of the cell. Powerhouse of the cell because it generate energy for the various activities of the cell. This and mitochondria are sites of cellular respiration. They release energy required by the cell in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. This ATP is known as the energy currency of the cell. Like we have currency, हमारे पास सिक्के होते हैं, रुपए होते हैं, जिसको खर्च करके हमें चीज़ें मिलती हैं, तो उसी तरह से जो ATP है उसके द्वारा हमें क्या मिलती है, एनर्जी. तो ATP कंज्यूम होती है और बदले में हमें जो है we get the energy. Next function is whenever the cell requires energy, ATP molecules break down. It generates energy to be used for metabolic activities of the body. And next function is mitochondria are strange organelles in the sense that they have their own DNA and ribosomes. Student, note it down that mitochondria have their own DNA and ribosomes, hence they are able to make some of their own proteins. They can make their own proteins due to the presence of the DNA and ribosomes. So student, this is the function of the mitochondria. This is also very important for exams, so you should note down it or take the screenshot so that you will be able to write. Now student, let's come to the plastids. Students, plastids are found only in the plant cell, not in the animal cells. This is only present in the plant cell. This is very important. The internal organization of plastid contains numerous membrane layer embedded in the material called the stroma. Plastids are similar to mitochondria in external structure, and they are double layered and they contain their own DNA. Student, plastid also have their own DNA like mitochondria, and also they have their own ribosomes. So you can see that these both are the similarity between the mitochondria and plastid, and this is also asking the examination to write the similarities between the mitochondria and plastid. So student, this is the similarities, that they have the similar structure, like they have a double layered structure, and second one, they both structure have their own DNA and ribosomes. Now student, let's see the types of the plastids. First one is the chloroplast. There are the plastid containing chlorophylls, a green pigment. You know, in your junior classes in class 6th or 7th, you know that the green pigment present in the leaves is called the chlorophyll. So chloroplast, here we are study about the chloroplast. They give the green color of to the plant. Chloroplast also contains various yellow and orange pigments in addition to the chlorophyll. It is a semi-autonomous organelles. This is semi-autonomous organelles, and chloroplast are also known as the kitchen of the cell because it prepare the food for the plant. So it is also called the kitchen of the cell. This is very interesting. If there is asked which organ is the called the kitchen of the cell, so you need to write the answer that the chloroplast, or this is the type of the plastid, student. And if they have the green pigment, this is called the chloroplast. And what is the function of it? The function is there is very important for photosynthesis in the plant. So student, this is the function of the chloroplast, that this is very important for the photosynthesis in the plants. Now the another type of the plastid is the leucoplast. These are the white or colorless plastids, and they can change into other type of plastids. They can change their structures, and this is colorless, or no color is present in that. This is colorless plastid, and the function is leucoplast store materials such as the starch, oils and protein granules. So student, this is the it can be the storage of the oil, proteins and starch. These all are stored in the leucoplast, and this is white or the colorless plastids. Now come to the last one, chromoplast. Student, now come to the next about the chromoplast. These are colored pigments except green, means green is not here. If it will be green, it will call the chloroplast. So chromoplast except the green color, this is other colors. And function is chromoplast impact color of the flowers and fruits. You see that different type of colorful flowers are present in our surroundings. So this colors is due to the presence of the chromoplast. So student, the fruits and flowers has different color due to the presence of the chromoplast. So the function is chromoplast impart colors to the flowers and fruits. They are rich in carotenoid pigments and lipids, which is embedded present in that chromoplast. So there is the presence of the carotenoid pigment and lipid. Now student, let's come to the last cell organelles of your book, and that is vacuoles. Student, this is vacuoles. What are vacuoles? Let's come to see. These are the storage sacs for solid or liquid contents in animal cells. Vacuoles are small in size. Student, please note it down that in the animals, vacuoles are present in small in size, but in plants the vacuoles are large in size. This is the differentiation point between the plants and the animal cell. Some may occupy 50 to 90% of the total cell volume. The vacuoles is bonded by a membrane called tonoplast. The membrane present in the vacuoles is called the tonoplast. Student, please note it down. The vacuole is bounded by the membrane called tonoplast. Now let's see the function of the vacuoles. So the function of the vacuoles are full of cell shape and provide turgidity and rigidity to cell in the plants, and many substances like amino acids, sugars, organic acids and proteins are stored in the vacuoles. And in amoeba, consumed food items are stored in the food vacuole. So student, this is the function of the vacuoles. And last function is that in some unicellular organism, vacuoles also play an important role in expelling excess water and some waste materials from the cell. In unicellular cell, it will also function to help them to excrete the extra water and the waste material from the cell. So student, this is enough for this third part of the fundamental unit of life. In the fourth part, we will discuss about the important questions and their answers, so that it will be helpful to make your notes. Thank you.